All right, everybody, welcome back to Gen Booms.
Welcome.
I'm Connor.
I am Robert, his dad.
And today we're actually back with Juice WRLD. We did his first album a little while back. We did,
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, and now we are with Legends Never Die, which is the album that was released like just right when he died, like just after he died, and then they obviously named it Legends Never Die, which makes sense.
Yeah. I still don't know that much about him, but other than that, he had died, and we reviewed Goodbye and Good Riddance. I think
That's
the
what it
name
was
of
called.
it.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, you got the memo of, he's from that era, similar to X. He's very, very sad. He's got a lot of problems with the girl.
Yeah, there were problems with drugs and the girlfriend.
Yeah, drugs. Those are the top two.
A lot of problems with both of them.
Yeah, and that's the only thing with that album. Like I do like it, and it's sort of a classic. It's the first of Juice, but I do like this album much more because I think this is where he was getting more into his own sound and starting to do different genres and experimenting more than just doing like that album. I think he really did like the same thing over and over. So for me,
I mean, it was good.
Like this one.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, it was good. It was just, obviously he was very,
and he was
very
so
young, and it's really what he was dealing with at that time.
Exactly.
So, it was cool to me. So, but yeah, definitely interested in learning or hearing some more stuff of his.
Yeah, we'll get. We'll just jump right in. I guess we'll get ready for it.
Cool.
Yeah,
let's do it.
We have Anxiety for the intro, and then we're just gonna let it play into Conversations, the first actual song.
Okay.
Here we go.
At the end of the day, I still thank God for everything that He's put in front of me. But this materialistic money stuff don't really mean nothing. Like, my relationship is good, I got money, but there's still other issues to talk about other than heartbreak. I don't know, music is just a beautiful thing. Like I love myself so much as far as the way I make music, the way God made me, the way God wired me to do the things that I do, and to change the world the way that I can.
I think you're aging to change. I think you're touching the way this generation that very few, if no one else, can.
As long as you work hard, give it your all, and don't listen to what anybody got to say, it's your world, you can do what you want. Oh, bro. Period. Always remember that. I love every single last one of y'all. Everybody get home safe. Gang, gang.
All right. Good sentiment.
Yeah. I also like how he mentioned immediately, like, there's other stuff to talk about.
Oh my God, Ronnie.
The devil in my phone, he wanna talk, but I'm not really up for conversations. I can have my cake and eat it too. I just gotta make a reservation. Demons try to run up in my spot a lot. Really running out of patience. Timing, all about timing. Sit back in my chair, relaxing and reclining. He has not a care in the world, no, I'm lying. Dudes like Tupac Shakur, no iced tea. Givenchy, Louis V, Double V, icy. Wedding ring, better things, better half wifey. Only things not me from this hard life. The devil in my phone, he wanna talk, but I'm not really up for conversations. I can have my cake and eat it too. I just gotta make a reservation. Waiting, sitting up, waiting, contemplating, my heart racing. Feels like I'ma die every second of the day. So I gotta get high. Ain't no coming down, why? My anxiety bring me down, that's the fucking downside. It's like every time I ball, I just end up offside. Devil in my phone, he wanna talk, but I'm not really up for conversations. I can have my cake and eat it too. I just gotta make a reservation. Chilling in my head, but it's hot. Really running out of patience.
All right. Trace, what you thought of the intro?
I thought the intro was cool, and because it literally it kind of addressed what we had just been talking about
Exactly.
too. That like, all right, it's not just drugs and the breakup. Like,
Yeah.
it's there's other stuff to talk about, and that's immediately what he first thing
Exactly, yeah.
he was saying.
And it's funny because it also is like, he does then go on to mention drugs in the next song, which is sort of funny.
Yeah.
But it's called Anxiety Intro. And the next song in Conversations is largely about his anxiety. So it does go right into it.
Yeah, it seemed like it was also pieced together from a few different things. Perhaps at one point, it's almost like there was an interview where there's somebody talking to him. Because one part
Yeah.
was even like it was him. One part was somebody talking to him and asking something or saying, "Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
great." And then the last part seemed like it was at a concert or something.
And him talking to the crowd. Yeah, exactly.
So it was interesting. I don't know who. I don't know who Ronnie is either. At the beginning of
that's
the next.
Well, that one, yeah, that's like just the like a producer tag.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do we know who was talking to him in the intro?
No, I don't actually.
No,
I don't
okay.
know who he was talking
Could
to.
just be a friend, but it could be eyes. It sounded like probably like a producer or something, something like
Probably,
that. Because
yeah.
it's like, because
Could be a
he's
friend.
kind of talking how he could, he wants to do stuff that could change the world, and the person talking to him was basically like, yeah, you can do that. So I thought that was cool. Anyway, yeah, then we head into the song Conversations, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, it's a very relaxed start to the album.
Yeah, I liked it though. I thought it had a
I like
nice, a nice beat, a nice flow to
It
it.
keeps the same. Like, it's an interesting beat. Like, dun, 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 that just keeps that this whole time.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. The one part I didn't really understand, he said a couple times, it was like meds in my face, or taking all these meds to the face got me fine. Taking all these meds to the face got me dying. So I wasn't sure what that was about. I mean, I was taking meds, or I mean, taking drugs or whatever, but I didn't know the terminology of taking meds to the face.
Oh, like if it hasn't. Yeah, it
like,
just.
because that sounds like you go bam, versus yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I think he's mostly just saying taking drugs. Like, just whether you're drinking codeine or snorting or swallowing
it's just
pills,
going into
it's to your face.
face in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just hadn't heard it expressed.
Yeah,
that
I think
way.
it's just express a way to sort of, so
And I didn't know that was
point
maybe
across.
younger people. I know he died years ago, so maybe it could have changed even since then.
But yeah, it's not
okay.
like a super common way of saying
Okay,
it. But
so I didn't know if it was like sort of a common saying.
Yeah, no,
with
not
younger
really.
people or not. So okay, so that part didn't really matter.
the whole song, conversations with like the devil, and he's just got a lot of anxiety, basically.
That part came across, and he's still
Yeah.
talking about doing like spoke to my mind, frying, and so there's still
Yeah.
drug related stuff and all that. It just I thought it was interesting talking about like some of the stuff that numbs the pain was more like wealthier stuff too. Like
Oh yeah.
Givenchy and Louis V and stuff like that. But
Yeah, which is pretty common too. Retail therapy, they call it.
right, yeah, get more money and all that stuff.
I
but,
do wonder if you catch this part, because on the last one was all about breakup. And this album, he mentions here, like, wedding ring, better things, better half, wifey, only thing numbing me from this hard life. So I don't know if you caught that.
I did catch it. I was wondering, did he get married?
Not married, but he
Or-
does have a girlfriend at this point.
Okay, so he was thinking about it or contemplating that, or perhaps, or just thought maybe that would make things better.
Yeah.
Because of course, right before that, it was like, Juice like Tupac Shakur, No Ice-T, Givenchy, Louis V, Double V, Ice-T, then
Different
Wedding Ring,
retail
better.
things.
So yeah, so I didn't know the only things numbing from this hard life. So it was like, it wasn't just the wedding ring and wife, it was also
True.
the other stuff.
Yeah. The expensive clothes and things, yeah. But yeah, I just want to point that out because that pops up more too, where it's like, okay, he's got a girlfriend at least that's helping.
Yeah, so it's funny that wow. At first, I thought it was a diss on Ice-T, 'cause that was a rapper.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, you said no iced tea.
Yeah, because he talked about
That would be
Shakur, all that.
funny.
Yeah, and then he's talking like Tupac Shakur, no iced tea, and it was written out no iced tea. So all right, I don't think it was
because his name's
meant to-
Juice. So,
so it's not a diss that way.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pretty mellow start. So it goes, we'll do Titanic next. Here we go. Make sure the volume up.
D-Rock definitely
Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down. No Titanic. Both hands in the air as I scream out prayers. My demons show their face in the midnight air. Just got a new house, gotta hide the skeletons in the closet and keep them there, really trying to forget about them. They tell me God watching over me, I don't doubt. But I can see him getting tired of me sinning and wildin'. Fucked up, I did. Fucked up, I am. Calm down, I can. Shit, here we go again. Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down. No Titanic. There's a lot going on in my head right now, but I manage. Yeah. Set sail in a codeine bottle, I'ma drown in it. Shit fills me up, but whatever goes up goes down in it. At the end of the day, I'm blessed, oh yes. Crack a smile with it. Now I'm frowning again. Life goes so fast, watch it blow in the wind. Can't get time back, I've been begging for it. Abandoning all ships, it's about to go down. No Titanic. There's a lot going on in my head right now, but I manage. Good heart, good soul, both been in bad hands. I could deal damage. Real damage. Both hands in the air as I scream out prayers. My demons show their face in the midnight air. I'ma drown in here. Midnight air. Surrounded in the midnight air. I'm drowning in the Titanic.
That's a good one too. It's overall so far I'm more musically rich than than the prior album. Not that the album was bad, but I mean it just I just so far it seems a bit more rich and different. Not exactly experimentation, but more styles. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, I mean it feels I think more well produced too, since the other one was his first one, and it will go on to do other genres and stuff, but. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more, I think, refined, probably, is how I would probably describe it.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a very simple song. It's not, like, hard to understand. It's more,
Right, yeah.
It's in the name of the song. It's right there.
Although he says no Titanic, so I think it's kind of...
That's true.
But it's all about to go down. That's more the main part of it. And just dealing with, I mean... Well, obviously, doing some drugs here.
Yeah.
And the money part I thought was interesting. Is just that I done fell in love with the bank, but all those money don't get me of my pain.
Yeah, he's very, as we found in the first album, he's very honest. Like it's just.
Yeah, and that seems like a very common thing of kind of anybody, not just rappers or whoever, but if they're thinking that money's gonna like make you feel it's gonna make everything better. Like, oh, you're gonna be rich. I'm rich now. It's all good. Like, nope, still the same.
No.
Still got the same pain.
Yeah,
it makes life easier in some respects.
It's like makes you temporarily happy.
Yeah,
when you buy it, and then the next day you're back. And
so it's like, no, still got the same pain. So I thought that was a good line though. And and then what about like there was like set sail in a codeine bottle or something. I thought, or where that was. I think it was a lot.
I think it was higher,
yeah. I forgot exactly what it said, but
set sail in the codeine bottle. I'm drowning it.
Yeah. And I just thought that was kind of getting shit fills me up or whatever goes up, goes down in it. So so it just just obvious part of it. If you're doing drugs or whatever, you're gonna get high, and especially with certain drugs, it really doesn't matter what drugs, but at some point you got to come down, and that's the part where he's kind of realizing that too. Same thing as like you think money's gonna make you feel better, not necessarily. Then drugs are gonna make you feel better, but then you got to come back down. So
it's
at some point you come back to reality.
It's a little unfortunate too, because this is him about as late as he is before he dies, and it's like the first album was like heartbreak and drug abuse, but mostly the heartbreak was there and was like, okay, I'm just very sad. And this one's even just like, all right, well, after all the fame and the money, still sad. It just didn't help. Yeah. And he even actually has a girlfriend too.
Right, because didn't he die of a drug overdose?
He did die of a drug overdose.
Yeah, so that's very sad.
Yeah, some of these, nothing yet too bad, but some of these have some quite haunting lyrics.
Really? Oh, okay, yeah. Because, I mean, obviously there's a self-awareness, though, that he's
Yeah, he knows.
more aware that, yeah, like it's just, he knows this isn't the thing. It's not going to make him feel better.
Not at all.
But also, if you're addicted or whatever, it's hard to just
Can't just stop.
stop and just, yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah, we'll move on to Bad Energy. Here we go.
Swallow all these pills with my pride. Married to my highs, you may kiss the bride. Trouble in my brain, see it in my eyes. I got voices in my head that keep me up at night. Said I was okay, but I'm lying. Feel like that I'm dying. Soul screaming, crying. Feel my brain frying. I've been doing so much wrong, even though Ma told me to do the right thing. Palm pills all night long, in the studio pouring out my feelings. Can't explain this feeling, kinda feels like I'm losing, even though I'm winning. Drain out bad energy. Forget the bad memories. Multi-million dollars, all mine from the start. Codeine kills the drama and the trauma in my heart. Just got a call from the dark side. Stab wounds in my chest, but I'm alright. I miss my friends, I hate the spotlight. I love my girl, I hate the thought light. Yellow diamonds, shiny pearls. I'm trying to give her the world. I'm trying to show her the world. She ain't no ordinary girl. I have a job to lead them out. Drain out bad energy. Forget the bad memories.
All right, I like that one. That was very
That
nice.
was cool.
I
The
like
chorus
that,
is
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's really, a simple but deep, thing of just forget the bad memories but particularly drain out bad energy. Because what he needs to do.
Yeah, you try to do.
And trying to do, clearly.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really nice.
I like the lead up to it, too. That's one of my favorite parts where he says, I watch the crowd and crack a smile. I have a job to lead them out, drain out that energy.
Yeah, and I thought that was really good. And then that's clearly what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Because even in the intro mentioned, like, because him and X were, like, the two figureheads of that, where, like, the younger generations definitely seem to really love them, to even this day, really popular. And they seemed to be the ones that could, like, connect with them. And everybody in general, too, but especially the younger ones, and help them figure out how to deal with all their negative thoughts.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. So, if you're really dealing with a lot of crap in your life and and then taking the drugs to try to numb the pain, which also kind
Very
of
common.
makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
Too,
And then, and then realizing there's a better way. It's hard to actually, it's easy to say. It's always easy to say, hard to do,
Yeah.
And so, both, of them were aware and had so much potential and were going on and trying to do different things. So, yeah, it's too bad that he died, because it does seem like that's, he was at that point where he was realizing that he is he has a voice and that people are going to listen to that voice. And then he could have actually helped a lot of other people. I think he did with his music anyway. But
In general, yeah,
the
but
idea
he
of what
could
you
have
said, that
done more
he wanted to
with
lead
them.
them out, lead them to something.
Just like X wanted to,
Yeah, exactly.
He does also talk about the girl here more, talking about how much he loves her.
Yeah.
Nice to see for a change after the last album.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also, I thought it was interesting that where he said, like, he hates the spotlight. I miss my friends. I hate the spotlight. Which I think, that's not an uncommon thing once you do get
that
that
famous.
level of fame or whatever. I mean, I know I've heard Eminem talk about that kind of thing.
Oh,
where
God,
it's
yeah.
like, it just
Hated it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like Eminem's line was like, I wanted fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Like, you want a certain level of fame, people know you as a rapper.
Yeah.
But then all the other stuff were just like,
When
you
you
can't walk
become
down the street
the
without
most
being
famous
yeah,
one.
and then it's just like, that's just annoying.
And especially when you are young, like
Mm-hmm.
Juice and X, who became famous at they got famous 18, is like, that's hard to deal with.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure. And like
Yeah.
instantly having both of them being like arguably the two biggest in rap at the time is a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I really liked it. It was a good song.
Yeah. And move on to Righteous. This one's really popular. I like this one too.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
I will. Gucci suit, I'm feeling righteous. Yeah, I know that the truth is hard to digest. Yeah, 5 or 6 pills in my right hand. Yeah, codeine running over on my nightstand. Over ice, I'm freezing. Beautiful eyes deceiving. We may die this evening. Coughing, wheezing, bleeding. High, I'm anxious, so blood moons in my eyes. Stay low, red and black, they glow. Under attack in my soul. All white Gucci suit, I'm feeling righteous. Yeah, I know that the truth is hard to digest. Yeah, 5 or 6 pills in my right hand. Yeah, codeine running over on my nightstand. Taking medicine to fix all of the damage. My anxiety the size of a planet. Holes in my skull. Overtime, my heart's over ice. My demons 10 feet under me. Inhale, exhale, but I can't breathe. Too busy drinking codeine, doing high speed. Pour 4, sip it slow, make the time pass. Take a pill for the thrill, have a relapse. Devil in my head, tryna run gym laps. Tryna race, he don't even know me like that. Taking medicine to fix all of the damage. My anxiety the size of a planet. Holes in my skull. Overtime, my heart's over ice.
It's a very chill vibe.
Yeah, it is. I mean, especially everybody's, talking about, and dealing with.
Yeah. He sound like his voice is very calm.
Yeah, chorus was nice. My favorite line though was this "devil in my head running laps." I thought that was. And then
Yeah, where
he don't even know me like that.
Yeah, I ain't trying to race, don't even know me like that.
Yeah, I thought that was devil in my head running, trying to run gym laps. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to race. He don't even know me like that. I thought that was a really good line. But I like the idea of that. Just that, like you're trying to get away and you're trying to be good and everything, and devil's in my head just running gym laps. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's going
he's
back
just
and
going
forth.
all over my head. Like, get out, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great line. I really like that one.
He mentions the devil. I think he's mentioned it every song.
Oh, yeah, yes.
But he mentions the devil and demons like all the time.
Yeah.
And part of that, like I told you, his big thing is 666, where he's always talking about like take something negative or evil and try and flip it.
Oh yeah.
So
That's,
it's a
that's
big
right.
part
I
of
forget
his-
about like 999. It was like
Yeah,
a lot of
he used that a lot to be like try and flip anything negative.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Because I know one part he said like like demons like 10 feet below him. it's
Oh yeah, my
Like-
demon's 10 feet under me.
10 feet under me. Like it's right there. Like basically. It's close to grabbing him, kind of a thing.
And he says it right after saying, "I'm in too deep, can't swim like me, we're drowning." So
So I will see.
yeah,
Well, that's really like. Because at the end he says, "I will see." Right. because it's I'm in too deep, can't swim. Yeah, I mean, entity can't swim like me. We're drowning, so I will see. Because at the very end, it also said I will see, and I wasn't sure.
At the end, it said I will see.
Yeah, at the very last line.
Oh, you're right.
I will see. And I was like,
That's
what was
true.
that for? And I didn't realize, he had said that before.
Yeah, and in the beginning, he was just saying I will over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, kind of talking like my cup runneth over kind of thing. Like it's at the very beginning, even like that's again about
Cody.
That, and then also that he's he's got everything again. Like at the very beginning, he talks about how he's got the money and stuff, and it's just it's not really.
It's not helping.
Not doing it for him.
Which is the next line. Truth is hard to digest.
Yeah, so some good lines in that. Really, really cool.
Yeah, it's very, very chill song. So
yeah,
I like that one. Next, we'll move on to Blood on My Jeans.
Okay.
Here we go.
Damn, I tried to stop. Baby. Baby, I've been on the run, but I will never run from your love. If you feel on my dick, there's a gun. Not right there, just a little above. Lean, purple Scotty in my lungs. I'm smoking green. Chopper on me, I don't talk, I just up the beam. Let my gun bust a nut, then leave. Yeah, I ain't leave a clue on the scene. Close range, so I got blood on my jeans. Saints Row Cup, ain't no red in my lane. Bank rolled up, I've been swimming in green. Fuck nigga on your father. Don't matter if you older. They say age is just a number. That's the case, I'm way over. Then who? These niggas and these bitches that think that they get it. Boy backstage pass shit, suck dick. Bitch, I got a bitch, better get you a ticket. Walk through the night with my gun like a creep. On my shirt makes it more on my shoes, double C. I don't know what it's gonna take you to believe. I ain't going nowhere, I ain't gonna leave you. Baby, I've been on the run, but I will never run from your love. If you feel on my dick, there's a gun. Not right there, just a little above. I value my relationship is forever, but I've been cheating on the drug. Yeah. Broke up with codeine in a new plug. Yeah. Hit up hot rod pints, I need 2 of them. Yeah. Lean, purple Scotty in my lungs. I'm smoking green. Close range, so I got blood on my jeans.
It's a nice mellow vibe again, I guess.
Yeah, I like the beat a lot. I will say,
Yeah.
I'm not like a massive fan of that one, but it heavily reminds me that one the most so far of like, because he would go in the studio and just freestyle the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
That one I feel like it definitely feels more of a freestyle to me.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen of his freestyles and stuff, like he has certain flows. I feel like I feel like I could see him freestyling that.
Okay.
But
Yeah. That was a good, cool little
catchy
vibe. It was
song,
just
yeah.
mellow and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, not much on it. Yeah,
I guess.
and it wasn't necessarily as deep as the others too.
No, I mean, obviously, codeine is his drug of choice because he literally said it in every single song.
That was really popular at the time too. I remember a lot of rappers talking about that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because that was the one you drink, so
Yeah.
easier in a sense.
I did like that one line, about that, like these girls want to like get backstage.
Yeah, that
and
was
they're, like
funny.
they're offering sex or whatever
Yeah.
it is, and he's like,
Bitch, I got a bitch, get a ticket.
he's like, I got a girl, but you buy yourself a ticket, basically. I thought
That is funny.
that was a good line.
Yeah, I do like how he talks about in a few different ways there how he loves his girl and he says relationship is forever. Then the next song is Smile, which is about the same thing with The Weeknd actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
A little bit of a change in pace, so I like this one. Here we go.
I do anything in my power to see you just smile. I want you to prosper and come proper, even if that means I ain't by your side. Devil on my shoulder telling me I'll die soon. I don't really want that to impact you, but I don't know, maybe I'm just paranoid. I just want the best for you, I just want what's left of you. Oh, you tell me that you're sad inside. I'm sad that I can't satisfy. Yeah, I pray that I get it right this time. Maybe we'll be alright. I do anything in my power to see you just smile. I want you to prosper and come proper, even if that means I ain't by your side. I do anything in my power to see you just smile. I want you to prosper and come proper, even if that means I ain't by your side.
Oh yeah, cause I'm so desensitized. When our skin is touching, I need drugs to love you. You want so much more from me, but I can only fuck you. I spent every day right beside you, beside you. 100 pics of me on your phone. Now you're someone that I used to know. At this point we playing with fire, fire. You don't wanna see what's in my phone. It's just gonna hurt you.
I do anything in my power to see you just smile. I want you to prosper and come proper, even if that means I ain't by your side. Even if that means I ain't by your side.
Very nice. I like it. And you know, the Weeknd's voice is beautiful and blends well there. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of progress and maturity in that compared to, you know, like especially compared to the other album. Just that, you know, he wants to see her smile, like, you know, and realizing, you know, I do anything for you, and just, you know, anything in my power. But even that means I ain't by your side. Like that's a really kind of a deep understanding. You know, I mean, you know, of maturity.
Really,
you know,
like, you actually like, love that person.
Yeah, you really love the person. It was like, I want to see you be happy. Even if I can't be there, like you deserve to be happy.
Yeah, the message is really nice. Is the only thing is like, it stems from a weird place, and also it's one of the first ones on the album where it is a little like crazy, like a little hard to listen to, considering especially some of the lines. Devil on my shoulder telling me I'll die soon. I don't really want that to impact you. Maybe I'm just paranoid.
That one hit. Like I realized that, like, ooh, yeah, that's
and that being the first verse, like that's sort of, it almost gives the energy of like, because he keeps repeating it, it's like, in case I'm not there, I still want you to smile.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now that definitely hit home. We're like, oh wow, that like, he saw what was going on, and he knows the drugs that, you know, can have that effect, and like
there's some crazy songs. I mean, I think there's more on this album. There's one on another one called Burn. They're like, it gets pretty crazy. It's like, there's a song where he's talking about he like fell asleep too deep. He's like, I fell asleep too deep that one time, woke up to your cries, and talking about how like he had a dream that he was gonna die during that, and then woke up, and she was crying because she thought he had overdosed, but then not that long later did overdose. Like crazy to have that and put that in the song.
That's tough. I mean, you know, you had to realize that is a possibility if you're doing drugs all the time. Hard drugs anyway.
And he's clearly like very anxious and not in a great mindset, so he's gonna be thinking about that a lot. It's a brutal, that's why it's sort of a happy but also really brutal song. And The Weeknd is cool. We've listened to a lot of The Weeknd. If you guys haven't checked, you can check out our reaction. We've done, how many have we done? 4?
I think 4,
4 albums of his,
yeah.
And this very, very accurate to what we know about The Weeknd, where he's like, you want so much more from me, but I can only fuck you.
Yeah, that's definitely
at this point for The Weeknd. He's totally like, because he did a lot of drug abuse too. And he was like, he's also teetering on self-awareness, but isn't necessarily always doing the right thing.
Yeah. I thought that line really stood out for that exact reason, and then the other ones too about like, I got 100 pics of me on your phone. Now you're, but then he was talking about on his phone though, like you don't see this on my phone. It's just gonna hurt you.
Yeah. Yeah, very accurate to
So, right,
sort of
yeah.
a lot of the music that we can do at this point.
Right. So yeah. So
But yeah,
like,
it's a cool song though.
yeah, that was good. I liked it.
Next we have "Tell Me You Love Me" with Trippie Redd, who you've heard Trippie as a feature on X's album actually.
I remember
On
the
his first
name.
one.
I don't remember the song, but I do remember the
Yeah.
name. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll get into that. Here we go.
Tell me you love me. Tell me everything gon' be okay. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me and you gon' stay. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me, won't go nowhere. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me.
You can't hide, you can't run. We're forever in love. If you leave, there'll be torment. Don't run from me. You can't have it any other way. It's me or no one. If you leave, I'll take your life away like you were no one. So tell me you love me. Tell me you love me. Tell me it'll be okay.
Tell me you love me.
Hard on my sleep, ball with it like a throwback. Mine in the clouds, I will never ever come back home. We fight through a text using all cash, fuck this, screw that. You saying to see you back home. Well, baby girl, I don't wanna do that. It's true that you the only home I know. Without you, all it ever does is snow. My voice too deep for an average. Babe, welcome to my world, dark and confusing. Get lost in it often the same way I'm lost in you. And it's often my mind that I'm losing. See half of it stuck in a pill, but I'm high confused. Don't even know what the fuck I be doing.
I know it's true. Give you the heart on my chest, I know that it's true. So tell me you love me, tell me you love me, tell me you love me. Tell me you love me, tell me everything gon' be okay. Tell me you love me, tell me you love me and you gon' stay. Tell me you love me, tell me you love me, won't go nowhere. Tell me you love me, tell me you love me.
This is a nice little guitar thing. Cool little riff.
Well, I mean, definitely more of a anxiety really showing through on that one. The insecurity of just like, I mean, just flat out saying it. Tell me you love me. Tell me everything's gonna be okay. Tell me you're gonna stay. Like, you're not gonna go anywhere. Like, I just
Yeah. Very, and I don't know if this is necessarily like, because there's one line where he's, "Oh yeah, I'll take your life away."
yeah. If you leave, I'll take
Craziest
your life
line.
away.
Like, I don't know if he
were
necessarily
nowhere.
truly believes it, but it's more like what he feels with his anxiety, what he wishes he would say or do.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got from it.
Yeah.
Just hyperbole or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
for sure. But I also like he does like probably the first one at least that you've heard where he's like actually rapping instead of a more melodic rapping. He's like just straight rapping.
Oh
Which is
yeah,
actually
there was
pretty cool.
parts. It was like, man, it's going so fast. Like, like
It's cool to see him do that.
just trying to read it even to keep up what's going so fast. But yeah, no, that was really cool. I like that part.
Yeah, I agree. And then Trippie is like he's like known for doing these sort of auto-tuney hooks on a lot of songs. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was a cool little vibe on it. I was just kind of straightforward of just
not a great outlook on love.
just really because a couple other ones were just like, I got this girlfriend, I love her and thinking about wifey and all that kind of stuff. But this one was just more like, tell me
Unhealthy,
about me.
man.
Like, just like kind of, which is weird because I mean he comes across as overall like a lot of rappers like pretty confident. Obviously he's confident as a rapper. You know.
In that for sure.
But in the romance part, he's very insecure of that he doesn't want to lose her.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been saying very honest, very raw, but he's out
He
there,
always is.
Just so it's cool.
Yeah. Next one is "Hate the Other Side" with Marshmello Kid Laroi and Polo G.
Okay.
Which
I don't know Polo G. I don't.
Oh, that's true. You haven't heard any Polo G.
No, I don't. I don't even recognize the
there.
name, to be honest. But obviously, Marshmallow's huge. And
oh, you've never you don't really think you've heard of Polo G.
No, I have no idea. What
Interesting.
I don't recall ever hearing that name.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really expect you to. He's had a few songs that have been like really, really big, but.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then Kid Laroi we've heard a little bit. Marshmallow we heard that it was recent actually.
Yeah. You did a reaction to the recent one that they put out.
We Don't Get Along. That's what it was called.
Oh yeah, that was good. I like that.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, they have a couple on this album. I like when they collab. So I like the song.
Okay, cool.
Here we go.
Mellow made it right. I got pain in my heart, I told you 100 times. Got pain in my heart, I told you 100 times. But it's money, 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 money on my mind. Put a beam on the glizzy, don't get caught between the lines. Last nigga, we got busy, don't got hit between the eyes. Put my problems in the backwood and put it in the sky. Got your mans in his backwood, put it in the sky. I was taught to love my brothers and I hate the other side. Hate the other side, hate the other
Bougie off the
side.
ecstasy, I might act rude. Betrayal scars, can't stop thinking about them stab wounds. We might not catch him today, but he gon' die soon. I'm from Chicago, she said she like my accent. I'm from Chicago, what Glocks what we react with. Standing tall, make them tumble when that max bit. Bitch, I'm a gangster, I just took off on some rap shit.
I got pain in my heart, I told you 100 times. But it's money, 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 money on my mind. Put a beam on the glizzy, don't get caught between the lines. Last nigga, we got busy, don't got hit between the eyes.
Hate the other side, hate the other side. Give a fuck about it, bitch, got too much money on my mind. Shit, I heard they was looking for me, I'm not hard to find. Everybody that don't wake got nothing to lose, bitch, they gon' ride. Saw my uncle in the grave, bought tears in my eyes. But I ain't gon' lie, I done been through this shit too many times. My heart's still tryna recover from pain. All my life, I really been to hell and back a couple hundred times. Read between the lines, I'm still trying to get by.
I got pain in my heart, I told you 100 times. But it's money, 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 money on my mind. Put a beam on the glizzy, don't get caught between the lines. Last nigga, we got busy, don't got hit between the eyes. Put my problems in the backwood and put it in the sky. Got your mans in his backwood, put it in the sky. I was taught to love my brothers and I hate the other side. Hate the other side, hate the other side.
That's a cool beat.
I like that one. Honestly.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That was a really cool.
It's also like more upbeat and sort of fun than the others.
Yeah.
I like all their verses personally.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, when I got to the very first line, I was taught to love my brothers and hate the others. My first thought was like, oh, it sounds like probably. I mean, well, it could be a family thing, but since to hate the others, taught to love my brother, hate the. It's like, oh, it sounds like somebody might be in a gang or something. And then, like, the very next line, I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be in a gang. He's talking about
exactly. Yeah, I think it's I like that line, too, because I think it applies to a lot of different things. Well, you can apply it even to race or wealth classes, because that often happens, too, where you're, like, taught to love the sort of your kind and your people, or that your neighborhood and stuff, and you sort of learn to hate anybody else or other people that are
That's
different.
very common throughout the world,
time.
and like I said, in so many different scenarios. So
But I think it definitely applies largely to gangs.
Yeah, and certainly the way he's rapping about it here, that stuff seems to be what the lyrics are.
Yeah, that was Polo G's verse. Talked about a lot, which I like his verse a lot actually. Talking about losing gang members, which are really his friends and stuff. And then I really like this part. I don't know if too many people catch it, but he's like, I'm from Chicago. She said she liked my accent. I'm from Chicago, where Glocks what we react with. But I feel like the way he says it, because he says it, and if you look at the line, it sounds almost tough.
Yeah.
Like, we'll shoot you if you mess with us. And he says, I'm a gangster. But like the way he says it, he's like, I'm from Chicago, where Glocks what we react with. Like, he sounds sad.
Right, yeah.
Which I always like, because I feel like it's him talking about, like, he's unhappy with the fact that in Chicago it's just like you just shoot each other, which is like the point of the song.
Well, yeah, right. Because it's not like it's just like I said, it's not a tough thing. He just said that's life. It's what I get. It's what it is.
Yeah, and I like that he made it a double of being like, oh, people think it's cool that I'm from Chicago, but this is what it's really like, at least for his neighborhood.
For his whatever. Yeah, I mean some tough stuff.
Tough from all three of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Kid Laroi talking about his uncle dying and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was a good line too. I didn't know really who, I mixed up the voices, so I didn't know who was who, you know. But I thought that was interesting, you know, lines and just dealing with his uncle's death, and then just kind of sick of doing this, and you know,
Yeah.
and just been, you know, seeing this shit too many times.
Yeah, I really like it too because it's also like at this point, Kid Laroi, I think I mentioned before, but at this point, Kid Laroi is like Juice WRLD's protege. Like he sort of helped discover Kid Laroi and trying to teach him how to rap and how to like sort of make music. And so the Kid Laroi, he, at this point, not really that big. Only had like a song or two that was pretty big. And I feel like it goes to exemplify so much of what Juice was talking about, especially the intro, where he's like trying to help lead his generation, the next generation, just help lead people out of darkness. When the Kid Laroi talking about stuff like this, having a lot of problems in his past, and he's trying to help him get through it and make music to do the exact same thing that he does to help others.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So-
that's cool.
And it did sort of work because Kid Laroi ended up being really popular after he passed. Unfortunately, he didn't get to see it, but working with people like Justin Bieber and stuff.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, good song.
Next, we'll get to Get Through It, Interlude, and then we'll go into Life's a Mess with Halsey. There we go.
Okay.
If anybody's going through anything, I hope and I pray that you get through it, and just know that you do have the strength to get through whatever the fuck you're going through, no matter what it is.
Simple.
Yeah, but potent. I like it. It's accurate.
Have you ever fallen head over heels for somebody? Have you ever fallen head over heels for somebody that made promises to give you the world? I really hope they held you down. I really hope it was no lying. Cause when heart breaks, it feel like the world's gone. But if the love's real, you feel your soul roar like a lion, and you finally let bygones be bygones. Don't throw in the towel. I know it feels like you're the only one trying. You just gotta learn to live and love on. Sometimes life's a mess. I get high when I'm upset. I remember when me and love didn't click. Searching for something real, then I found it. Looking back, but it's better now. Through the trials and tribulations, I found my way out. Feel all of the good and bad vibrations all around us. They surround us. Was a lost cause, was some lost love. It ain't my fault, pain chose us. Then I found her. My whole world turned upside down, but for the better. Sometimes life's a mess. I get high when I'm upset. I remember when me and love didn't click. Searching for something real, then I found it. Sometimes life's a mess. Yeah, I get high when I'm upset. I remember when me and love ain't quick. Looking for something real, and I found it.
Thank God I finally found you. You put the light in my eyes when I'm around you. I'm too flawed to hold you down, but don't wanna be here alone. And I thank God I finally found you. I'll put the light in your eyes if I'm allowed to. I'm too flawed to hold you down, but don't let me be here alone.
I really like that one.
No, it was really nice. I was funny, like, you know, we're like almost 3/4 of the way through the song, and I'm thinking, I don't
Where's
think
Halsey?
I've heard Halsey. Like, other than there's a female
Yeah.
singing, I've been kind of just like a little hum kind of stuff in the
That part.
background. But I was
And
like,
then-
where's did I miss? Is that all they have Halsey doing, or
know.
just that? And then,
She joined in on the
and then
last
at the very
chorus.
yeah, the
last chorus and the last verse. That's it.
It was nice. It blended very
Yeah, it
nice.
actually does blend pretty good.
And kind of giving like a slightly different perspective, but yet the same perspective. Like overall, it's very nice. Like, you know, that he's really, you know, the most where he's really, you know, understanding love and, like, you know, wants it and wants the best, and
I'm hoping the best for everybody.
yeah, for everybody. And
Yeah.
yeah, and it really just it's the most positive, you know, one of just falling head over heels for somebody and
Yeah.
wanting the best and everything.
I mean, it's like the most hopeful.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah.
necessarily like super happy, because he acknowledges like it doesn't work a lot of the time, and I think that's why partially he calls it life's a mess.
Yeah.
He called it that, and that's why he says, I really hope they held you down, hope it wasn't lying, because he's like, all right, he's like, I've been there, you've been there, we all been there, it sucks. So he's like, I hope it went well.
Yeah,
But he knows it.
You know,
don't
and
always.
it's just life's a mess sometimes. You know, and
Yeah.
that's very accurate.
It's complicated.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, they both have some. I really like a lot of lines in his verses. My favorite, I think, probably if the love's real, you feel your soul roar like a lion, and you finally let bygones be bygones.
yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I was kind of wondering also, like, did that also relate to the prior girlfriend?
I think so.
You know,
bit.
finally let bygones be bygones. It's like, all right, that she wasn't the right one, and so I'm just gonna put that in the past, because now I do have something that is real, and so
Yeah.
maybe it's a little of each.
Yeah, I think to a degree, you definitely carry, not even from last relationship, but you definitely carry things through life, and then you find somebody who helps ease it, then it just slowly dissipates.
Yeah,
for
then it
sure.
just kind of makes everything better, and so
Yeah.
it's definitely very hopeful, and like the don't throw in the towel. I know it
Yeah, I
feels
like
like you're
that,
the only
yeah.
one trying, but you just
Gotta learn to live and love on.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that verse a lot, because he's sort of speaking to his audience, just trying to motivate him, but like you'll find your person, and you'll be.
Yeah, just kind of look and see. Just kind of hang in there. I think that's true. You just keep moving on.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a good
It's
one.
a nice-
Very,
very nice.
Very positive. Very nice. Halsey's voice, and she has a pretty pretty voice, but it just sounded really good there.
It's very nice. I like it.
Yeah. Very very cool.
Next we have Come and Go with Marshmallow. This one's pretty cool.
Okay.
I do like this one. Every one with Marshmallow I like.
Oh, okay.
I like this one a lot. Here we go.
Cool.
Whoa.
This one actually had a cool animated video. Maybe we'll check it out sometime.
I try to be everything that I can, but sometimes I come out as being nothing. I pray to God that he make me a better man. Maybe one day I'ma stand for something. I'm thanking God that he made you part of the plan. I guess I ain't go through all that hell for nothing. I mean, ain't nobody better than me. I think that there's better than me. Hope you see the better in me. Always end up better in me. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go.
I think this was
Pretty cool.
That was really cool.
Marshmallow did pretty good on the music band.
Very cool on this one. Yeah, I know.
I think he knew like, oh, it's very sad. Let's get a happy song on there.
I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. Yes, I got it all wrong all along, my fault. My mistakes probably wipe all the rights I've done. Saying goodbye to bygones, those are bygones. Head up, baby, stay strong. We gon' live long. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go. I don't wanna ruin this one. This type of love don't always come and go.
Oh, that was fun.
Really cool. Really fun. Yeah.
I really liked that one a lot. That was
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
Every time he collabs with Marshmallow, I'm like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is great.
That was awesome. I really like
Really
that.
cool.
And a cool vibe. I mean, a
Yeah.
cool vibe, but I mean, lyrically cool. Like in the
It's a great
vibing
message.
in that sense. Like the message is just like
just keeps repeating it too. I don't want to mess this up.
yeah, and yeah, and then just the that idea, like this type of love don't come along all that often. Like it's they don't always come and go. Yeah, so like that's a cool
Very nice.
thing. It does make me think of like in your life, like sometimes you'll be with someone, have a romantic partner, and you're in love or whatever, and then it falls apart, and but then later on you meet somebody else, and then you're like, oh my god, like
wow.
Yeah, and then you think, oh, I was like, you're so depressed over that. Then you meet somebody later on, you're like, oh, this is love.
This is
you
the
know,
one
like
right
this.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was nothing.
Yeah,
like,
mine just
like
clicked
sometimes it's
instantly or
just that
something.
way. We're just like, oh no, this is the real one. This is so much
this is
better.
different.
So yeah, that kind of thing he's basically singing about that. Like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing. So. Yeah, I mean, just like lyrically, it was cool, very positive. Musically, it was really fun. I just
Really fun.
really like that, just rocking. I like that one a lot.
It was really fun, and I like because it's like sort of midway in the album, a little bit past. So I genuinely am wondering. I was like, because he knows that he does have a lot of slower songs and depressing songs. He's like, let me throw this in the middle.
Yeah, the only one line that was kind of a bummer in retrospect was like he said something about like, "Don't worry, baby, we gonna live long."
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, that happens on
Yeah.
every song pretty much.
Yeah.
And this part I like too, where he's talking about that, where he's like, sometimes I feel you like being alone, then you tell me that I should have stayed in the room. Guess I got it all wrong all along, my fault. My mistakes probably wipe all the rights I've done.
Yeah.
That part's pretty negative. But also, I think he means it deeper, but I feel like that does happen a lot in relationships where you're just like, I don't know if you want me to help, like hold you, or you want me to leave. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'll do it, but I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, yeah.
So sometimes, you're like, I thought you wanted me out of the room. Apparently you did not. My bad. So it's.
I mean, that's not uncommon. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's a little almost hypercritical of himself.
Well, based on his prior relationships
is.
and stuff, and you don't always know.
And he sort of seems scared of losing it, clearly.
Right, yeah, exactly. So. Like he really wants it to work. And sometimes past relationships screw you up.
For sure.
And not even like they even mean to. I mean, sometimes you get used to this is what your partner likes and doesn't like. And so you get used to that, especially when you're younger and
you don't have much experience.
And then you go to the next person. Okay, this is what for a guy. Oh, this is what women like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she didn't like that at all. Okay, okay,
that's terrible.
She doesn't like this. Oh, she does like that. So I mean, sometimes whether it's male, female, whatever it doesn't matter. But I mean, relationships. But sometimes you apply that and like, oh, that's completely wrong here. That's, because everybody's an individual. That doesn't
always work.
Yeah. So anyway, very cool song. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was really cool. So next we got I Want It. Here we go.
Okay.
Some motherfucking shit right here, nigga. Smoke this shit, get shit off your mind. I know you don't trust me. I'm sedated, baby, did you trust me? Gonna ride it, gonna fuck. Let's take a vacation, get away from the ugly. Wanna keep me company in the spare time. Baby girl, don't run for me, don't run, I want it. Baby girl, don't run for me, don't run, I want it, I want it. Baby girl, don't run for me, don't run, I want it, I want it. Shawty got that thing, wet like some water, drowning it like water. Hey, can I hit it in the back of a rave now? Fuck on a private jet, ain't nowhere safe now. Baby, hold me down and stay down and raw. Want you to feel me, I'm not playing around. I know you don't trust me. I'm sedated, baby, did you trust me? Gonna ride it, gonna fuck. Let's take a vacation, get away from the ugly. How long is forever? I don't know, but I want you forever, that I know. I hate it when you're gone, I'm alone. Baby girl, don't run for me, don't run, I want it, I want it. Baby girl, don't run for me, don't run, I want it, I want it. Baby girl, don't run for me, don't run, I want it, I want it, I want it.
For the most part, very much the opposite of the album that we listened to. Good,
Yeah,
good
that's
riddance. Because that was all just bad relationship.
Terrible.
This, like, he just, he
man.
really wants her. He really wants to be with her,
Yeah,
and
he's really
I
wants
want it.
Yeah, there's not too
all the
much
time.
like going on. It's not like lyrically too much.
That one, yeah, it's
Straightforward.
just very straightforward. Like, just want to be with her,
Yeah, I do like how he slips in some very crazy sex talk and just acts like it's normal. Like, I'm sorry, wait, what? Like, it's like we're gonna just leave that in there, Like, all right.
You mean the
Yeah, that line.
coming over? I want you to feel
I
me.
mean, I'm not playing around. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I
way he's
mean,
saying
it's-
it, yeah, it's more like making love, as they say, than sex, because it's more like I love this person instead of just
yeah,
senseless.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
It's just a funny line. It's just
Oh yeah.
very raw, literally.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, not much else in that. So move on to Fighting Demons. Here we go.
Okay.
Run away in fear of me dying today. Yeah, I run away in fear of me dying today. And I'm not the same who said I was subject to change. My demons are breaking out of the cage. I'm praying that I see another day. I said my demons are breaking out of the cage. On my knees I pray for better days. Chip, cheerio, everything's all good, right? They give me an erection, but that don't mean it's gonna be everlasting. Yeah, I know it's a blessing, but how come it always feel like the devil plotting and the devil watching? He see me buying all these watches, Benjamin Franklin in my pocket. Ooh, been a year of the glitz and the glam and the TV channels, brains going scrambling. Sometimes 'cause this shit is hard to handle. Demons in my heart, they destroy me like a vandal. Don't give up. Yeah, I run away in fear of me dying today. And I'm not the same who said I was subject to change. My demons are breaking out of the cage. I'm praying that I see another day. I said my demons are breaking out of the cage. On my knees I pray for better days. I know in the dark they be lurking. Why? Same way they lurk can get hit when they get in your mind. You don't wanna know what they trying to find. I'll protect your soul. Take my hand, don't give up. Take my hand, don't give up.
No, it's like a good line. For the chorus that my demons are breaking out of their cage. That's a really good line. That you're
True.
trying to keep it all in check.
Yeah.
Like I know I got demons in my head, but generally I'm working on them. I'm keeping them in check, kind of a thing. And then they're breaking out of their cage, man.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm going down. I'm succumbing to. Wanting drugs, whatever it is.
Whatever it is
It
for
seems more
anybody.
likely that probably.
Yeah.
But just like he's aware. Like, oh no. And that's
Yeah, I mean, that's damn near every song. Like, he's very aware.
It's just but like there's one like kind of a hopeful part in there, where it's almost like he's talking to the audience or to
Yeah, that part is
somebody
nice,
that
yeah.
don't give up, take my hand, don't give up, take my hand,
Yeah.
or talking to himself, or it's his girlfriend talking to him, or but it's whatever it
Yeah.
is, but there's that hopeful part of like, the demons are breaking out, but don't give up.
Exactly, yeah. He's trying to not give up.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I do like
that.
that. Yeah, exactly. Because that's what's cool. I think on the first one, he was just putting out his pain on music. And this one, he's doing that, but he's also like aware that he has a big following and that he can help with it. So he's like directing it more at the audience in this one than just putting it out.
That's
there.
what I took it as. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that that's cool. Just like these things lurk in your head, but don't give up.
Yeah, we'll make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the next song, "Wishing Well," it's good, but it's got some tough retrospective lyrics. So here we go.
Okay.
I can't breathe, I can't breathe. 999. I can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil. Perky got me itching like an anthill. Drugs killing me softly, Lord hell. Sometimes I don't know how to feel. This can't be real, is it fiction? Something feels broke, need to fix it. I cry out for help, do they listen? I'ma be alone until it's finished. This is the part where I tell you I'm fine, but I'm lying. I just don't want you to worry. Can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. It's stress on my shoulders like an anvil. Perky got me itching like an anthill. Drugs killing me softly, Lord hell. Let's be for real. If it wasn't for the pills, I wouldn't be here. But if I keep taking these pills, I won't be here. Yeah, I just told y'all my secret. Yeah, it's tearing me to pieces. I really think I need them. I stopped taking the drugs and now the drugs take me. Can't breathe, I'm waiting for the exhale. Toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well. Still no luck, but oh well. I still try even though I know I'm gon' fail. Stress on my shoulders like an anvil. Sometimes I don't know how to feel.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
That one is one of the most brutal in his discography, in my opinion.
yeah. That's tough when you realize you're going under, kind of a thing. You just
Yeah.
can't breathe, waiting for the exhale. Yeah,
Like the
that's,
whole song is like, every line in retrospect is terrible. Every single one. He starts with it literally being, "I can't breathe."
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, the concept, "toss my pain with my wishes in a wishing well." That's already pretty sad.
Yeah. Just about everything is so tough. Just dealing with it and trying to.
I like the one cool Lauryn Hill shout out.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, they're killing me softly. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, the last verse. Well, the chorus is interesting because he's so honest. Where he's just like, "This is the part where I'm supposed to lie and say I'm doing all right, but I'm not."
Yeah, I like that. That was really
it's
nice.
very raw.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last verse is very tough though, because it seems to be part of what killed him. Is realize, "Be for real. If it wasn't for the pills, I wouldn't be here. If I keep taking them, I won't be here. Told you all my secrets, tearing me to pieces." So yeah, that part is just.
Yeah, that's the part that stood out the most for me. Just
Yeah.
like, I mean, it kind of comes across in different ways. Like, let's be real. If it wasn't for the pills, I wouldn't be here. Like, one to kind of help initially, at least, maybe help keep him going, but also then
True.
he sang or rapped about those experiences, and that actually made him popular.
Exactly, and more relatable. And,
Right. Yeah. So I was like, all right. So let's be real. If it was the pills, I wouldn't be here. But if I keep taking these pills, I won't
Also
be here because it's gonna kill me. So
Yeah.
it's that stood out for me more than any other part of the song. That just really stood out. Like, oh,
Yeah,
wow. It's
it's
very, very self-aware.
very-
Like you said.
Very self-aware, very sad. Yeah, it's just because that seems to be like, especially I think when you listen to his music, especially the first one, and as you listen more, like even as you pointed out, you're like, dang, these are really all about like drug abuse and things like that. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's partly like right here where he's like, "I told you all my secrets, tearing me to pieces." Where he's like, this is very important to him that he he keeps trying to figure out what he should do, and that's why I feel like he keeps talking about it.
Yeah, but it's I mean, he's just struggling to get through it as he has throughout, but overall, I think the album is very it covers different angles, whereas the Good Riddance was, as we said,
it was more one-sided.
It's the drugs and it's the relationship and where those two things meet, and it was kind of the negativity and just trying to deal with getting over it. And this is looking at the addiction from a lot of different angles.
Yeah, and life
and life and love and addiction and everything. And I mean, I really do like that it's very like X in the sense of very honest and raw and emotional, just putting himself out there in a very vulnerable way.
Yeah, he's just putting it out there and just you guys do whatever you want with it, basically.
Yeah. So that part's rather different from a lot of rappers anyway. Where
like up and
a lot of bravado, and his is very like
exactly. It's very opposite.
Very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why they both got so much like gravitation towards them. People just flocked to them because they were just so different and more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I kind of prefer.
Yeah. Well, they're both very heavy on the vulnerability since they've both been through a lot. They just lay it out there.
Yeah, so it's a shame both of them died young and didn't really get to see where their journey was going to lead them, and as they were getting more and more mature and their way of thinking and taking responsibility and trying to change their lives, and they were.
Yeah, it definitely sucks for both because I feel like it's also another degree of it is like they both had troubled pasts, and with him taking drugs, X being in like a lot of fights and just being a bad kid and things like that, and both trying to teach others like how to move forward, but then with both of them dying, it's like especially if you're a big fan and you're trying to those people help you, artists help you get through things.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Then it's like they die and it's like, well, it didn't work for them, so why should I keep trying?
Yeah,
it just sucks when it's like that.
It does. I mean, you just try to go with the message that they're put out. And with X, it wasn't the drugs. I mean, he was killed. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's tough. That's tough.
It sucks for everybody. And next we have Screw Juice. Here we go.
Screw, SCREW?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. Screw Juice. Okay.
There you go.
Chopping screw juice. She say she wanna screw juice. Her boyfriend like screw juice. Hit her with the ooh la la, and hit him with the doom doom. Every day my heart racing, Lamborghini, shit on vroom vroom. Every day my heart racing for no reason. What have I come to? I'm apart. I'm exposed. I'm the flaw. Hell if I know. Stains, blood in the rain. Shame, 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 shame. You use my chest as a firing ring. Fire away. I'm feeling low, so I feel like I'm gon' get higher today. Hey, click clack. Fire away. Night crawling, me and Michael Myers on a double date. I'm apart. I'm the in the deep wounds, made it this far. If I can, then you can too.
Well, at least it ends positive, and there's other parts that are positive. Like that you know, if I can do it, you can too. That part's always nice.
Yeah. It is interesting following the last song where he talks about like revealed my secret. I don't know if I should quit or keep the drugs.
Yeah.
Like he seems to almost continue that here, being like, I'm the flaw. I don't know. Like I'm exposed. I don't know what I should do.
Yeah. So but it's, you know, I made it this far, you know, I could keep going. And I wasn't sure what the screw juice. I thought it was going to be like a sexual thing, you know, when it started off. But then I was like, oh, this is
no.
a little
Yeah, just screw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's as before, still struggling with things, still trying to stay positive and pass that along. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So we'll move on to Up, Up, and Away. Here we go.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Up and away, up and feel the walls in my brain and they're caving in. Outside those walls, there's an ocean I can't swim, especially with all these waves. I'm walking in pride, trying to solve my problem. Through the night, finding vibe. Moonlight sonata. Walking in pride, trying to solve my problem. Through the night, finding vibe. Moonlight sonata. I tried it at night, but you see the pills in my eye. I tell her that I'm high, but she don't seem surprised. Maybe I realize that my life is a ride. Buckle up, hold tight, take a left, turn right. And the pain with fun time, supermodels perk line. Remember that one time, everything was alright. Up and away, up and feel the walls in my brain and they're caving in. Outside those walls, there's an ocean I can't swim, especially with all these waves. I'm walking in pride, trying to solve my problem. Through the night, finding vibe. Moonlight sonata. I tried it at night, but you see the pills in my eye. I tell her that I'm high, but she don't seem surprised, especially with all these waves.
I like that. The guitar and it was really nice and
Oddly happy.
yeah, right. It's very
For
happy
some of the lines,
sounding,
it's
right?
not
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It has very happy sounding kind of a thing, and just up and away. That's cool.
Yeah, the chord. Yeah, that and the walking in pride. That part I really like.
But then I really liked, you know, the line of, you know, feel the walls in my brain and they're caving in. Outside those walls, there's an ocean I can't swim.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, those.
Like Alcatraz.
Well, damn, man.
So I can't do nothing either way.
I got
so.
trapped here. But really good lines. That's great. Good poetry.
Yeah.
That's just poetry. You know, that's awesome. And
Is it true? That part's good. And
Yeah.
Probably freestyling it.
and and then just, you know, musically it was fun. Which I guess they added the music afterwards or something. But still very cool.
Probably. Yeah. But yeah, it's sort of a nice little fun vibe.
Yeah, it was a really cool vibe. I wasn't really expecting it. That little guitar. It's made it so light and kind of happy sounding.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not really what he's.
Sort of hopeful,
Yeah.
which he always almost is.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a hopeful vibe to it, even though because it is kind of more pessimistic what he's singing about.
Yeah, everything he's singing about.
But it gives a nice contrast by having like this happy, and,
Yeah.
and even the way he's kind of singing it, like the tone in his voice was very
Yeah.
different on this one than it was on the other ones.
And he's calling it up, up, and away,
Yeah,
which fits. He's like, we're just be up and away. We try and just ignore it, and we will be all right.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool. I liked it. I liked it. Yeah.
Next, we got The Man, the Myth, the Legend, which is an interlude about basically people talking about him, and then we go into Stay High.
Okay.
Here we go. I think you'll recognize one voice talking about him here.
Okay.
What do you see in Juice WRLD? Like, talk about the talent that you see from him. You just brought him out on stage in front of all these people. I see you said that he was like the best freestyler alive.
He like that 2009 or 2000. He probably like that 2006 or that 2006 to 2009 Lil Wayne.
Yeah, man, just let me know. I'm gonna text you. All right, bet. For sure, bro. Pleasure's mine, bro.
Word up. Nice to meet you. All right, bro. Be blessed, bro.
Yes, sir.
You too, bro.
Yes, sir. Be safe.
Yo, shout out to Juice too, man. Like, yo, that kid was so talented, man. He, like, his freestyle he did on Westwood where he rapped for an hour, like, what the fuck? Like, his potential was so off the charts.
Period. You know who the best freestyle I've ever seen is?
Yeah.
Juice WRLD.
Juice, yeah.
Have you ever seen his freestyles?
Yeah.
They're never ending. Like, you can do it for like an hour. And
yeah.
He makes total sense the entire time and is actually really good and like intricate flow patterns. Like, to me, he was the best freestyle I've ever seen. And he was like the best hit maker. He was like, I really feel like he was the most talented like songwriter in music. And then he'd be like, just pick whatever version you want.
He would tell Benny to cut it up?
Yeah, no, not even cut it up. Just like pick like which hit do you want. He freestyled. The whole song is freestyled.
Ugh.
Hits.
Ugh.
Like, smash hits.
How?
I sit in my room for 6 months and write a verse. This guy goes in there and it's 4 minutes and it's a smash.
I think, like, what Juice was to our generation, bro, and the impact that he had on us is what Biggie did for New York, for real, in his short time here.
Wow.
A lot of nice words.
Yeah, I recognize Eminem, and I think it was Lil Wayne in there earlier.
No, it wasn't
Or
Lil
just
Wayne.
a reference to
talking
Lil
about
Wayne.
that.
Okay.
It was Lil Dicky and I forgot who else, but
Hate it when they play both sides. Too low in my life. Gotta stay high. Too low in my life, yeah, I gotta stay. Counting the racks up, I got my stacks up. Bad little bitch, tell her back up. In the cut with the mag tuck, run up on me, get hit up. Ambulance need to pick 'em up. 6 shots to the head like whoa. Run through the 6, no walls. No money, no hands, no balls. Up, down, left, right, A, B, cheat code. Pull up my gun, sing like Lee Show. Rick going on my coat, no superhero. BVS my wrist like Sub-Zero. Play a bitch like guitar, no hero. Run the money up, stack it like Legos. Bad bitch wanna fuck, I say Lego. I gotta walk through life alone. Now I gotta live this life alone. Hate it when they play both sides. Too low in my life. Gotta stay high. Too low in my life, yeah, I gotta stay. Hate it when they play both sides. Too low in my life, so I gotta stay high. Yeah, I gotta stay high. Too low in my. Keep my head above the water while I drown in well. I got that drip like Gunna, I may drip or drown myself. You know I love choppers, I had to surround myself. Taking gelato to the head, smoke to pound myself. Hate it when they play both sides. Too low in my life. Gotta stay high. Too low in my life, yeah, I gotta stay high. Yeah, I gotta stay high. Too low in my.
it's almost like a little firecracker thing in the background.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting that pretty straightforward. Interesting little concept, being like, I'm real low in my life, so I got to stay high on the drugs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I mean, I could also say I'm trying to stay high and
in general
in life and stay above it all. Trying to, so it can play on that on both levels, both things. But I assume it's more about actually the drugs.
Yeah, for sure. I think the majority. Yeah, another. Tough line at the end there where he's talking about girlfriend worried about me, think I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah. Right. Just trying to fuel myself. Yeah, because clearly it's just, the drugs are getting him and
yeah,
people are worried about him and you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, it's a little tougher one but
yeah,
you kind of get why he's staying high if he's feeling things are going low, but
yeah.
But anyway, all right.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not much else. We'll move on to Can't Die. Here we go.
You are crazy.
Sometimes it feels like I can't die, 'cause I never was alive. Every day it feels like someone new dies. Hope the news is a lie. Yeah, Lost too many this year. Shed too many of them tears. Now a nigga richer, but there's way too many people missing from the picture. At the door, let me in. I'm looking for answers, yeah, yeah. At the door, let me in. I'm looking for answers, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it feels like I can't die, 'cause I never was alive. Every day it feels like someone new dies. Hope the news is a lie. This is my version of watching you cry, looking you in your eyes. This is my version of watching you die. Took me by surprise. Whoa, cross my heart, hope to survive. I'ma be the last rich nigga alive. Tell me that I'm finna OD in no time. I told him I'll do it on my time, not your time. Get my heart in a hellhole, it's on fire, but I won't let myself get trapped in here this time. Time will stop. Time will stop. Time. This is my version of watching you cry, looking you in your eyes. This is my version of watching you die. Took me by surprise. Yeah, lost too many this year. Shed too many of them tears. Now a nigga richer, but there's way too many people missing from the picture.
Wow.
Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, the just the title of it, even, you know.
Yeah, Can't Die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does suck since he's not wrong. I mean, especially during this time, because it was so many, like Lil Peep, X, Juice, a lot of people dying. But then him becoming one of them sucks. But,
right. Yeah. No, that's pretty tough. Yeah, and then just I mean, already just the way they start the song, you know, sometimes I feel like I can't die, but then, you know, because I never was alive, it's like that's went through so much shit or whatever, you know, whatever it is that just that's
well, I'm not even really here.
yeah, right, because that's pretty crazy. Then I wasn't sure if, like, you know, the chorus part of it was also more about still talking with a girlfriend and stuff too, like, you know, this is my version of watching you cry.
I was wondering,
looking in your eyes, because then if he really does love her and he's doing things, you know, that might hurt her, even as him taking drugs and risking his life, that would make her cry. And so then therefore that also, this is my version of watching you die. Like she kind of dying inside because she loves him, doesn't want to lose him, and he won't stop doing drugs. So that's why this is my version of watching you cry, looking in your eyes. This is my version of watching you die. That took me by surprise. You know,
that's true. Yeah, I didn't
that's why I took it as like, that's what took me by surprise, was how much I'm hurting you. And I see that, like, that's, you know, making you cry is like watching you die, because that's the part that took me by surprise, that because he just loves her. And like, I think that's what he meant by that. And it could be a different interpretation, but I think that one fits, and fits with what he's been saying before about her and their relationship and all that.
Yeah, that's true. That works. That's quite good.
And other than that, it's just, you know, I think there's less other people, like I said, lost too many this year. You know, shed too many of them tears. I mean, that's just
too many people missing from the picture.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good line too, about, you know, you know, now he's richer, but there's way too many people missing from the picture. Like,
it heavily reminds me. We'll probably do it at some point. He has another song, pretty sure, called Legends, that he made like earlier, because he was like friends with X.
Oh, okay.
And X was popular just a little bit before Juice, even though they were pretty much the same time. And so X was like, they would talk and he would give them advice on like how to handle everything and just trying to move forward. And so the screenshot from that, like that song, the cover for that, and it wasn't on any album, he just put it out. That song is a screenshot of a text with X, of like X being like, just stay safe and all that. And this whole song is like a tribute to him and Lil Peep, since when they had died, and he heard of the news because he thought they were friends. You know, he's friends with them.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of that heavily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just sad having to deal with all that.
Yeah, I know. He's still like 21. He died at 21. He joined the 21 Club, so he's like 20 or 21.
Okay.
Next we have Man of the Year, and then we'll just play it out to the outro. So here we go.
Cheers. Sipping codeine like it's beer. I'm in London, so I'm screaming cheers. Man of the year, still got problems. Looking in the mirror, you look awful. Talking to myself, do it too often. JK Juice WRLD, you're so awesome. My ups and downs, I'll jot them down in London town. Cheers to the golden year. Let's raise our hands, let's sing and dance. I know I'm here to save you. I know I'm here to save you. They say life's a puzzle, I'ma piece it together. But from the way I'm moving, I'll probably be piecing forever. I date a bad bitch, she'll be over decent forever. Even with fake tits, these other hoes just decent forever. My lady said she saw a Betty in a hotel lobby. Well, love, let's fuck her together. We got the world to our backs, give a fuck, never had. Middle fingers up, we screaming fuck 'em forever. My ups and downs, I'll jot them down in London town. Cheers to the golden year. Let's raise our hands, let's sing and dance. I know I'm here to save you. I know I'm here to save you. Let's raise our hands and sing and dance. I know my lyrics saved you. I know I helped your breakthrough.
I'm actually FaceTiming, not FaceTiming, I'm slow. I'm on Instagram Live from heaven. Huh. I made it, yo. I'm up there, booing. For sure. I love all y'all to death. 999. Forever. The party never ends.
Oh, well. Whatever.
Yeah, that's not AI either. That is him talking.
So that's weird that he
That's
said that stuff.
crazy.
Wow.
I know that,
FaceTiming
and
from heaven.
it's
That's
crazy,
a strange
like,
thing to
because even the last
to
song,
record.
especially that, but even the last song, it's because he has a bit of a vibe. Like he does sort of know and feel like he's dying.
I mean,
And
there's
it's-
definitely times where he's kind of referencing.
He's definitely, he's worried of it for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
it's definitely interesting with the last song being so much like for the fans. I mean, like, I know I helped you. I know that,
Right.
things are going to be all right. And it's interesting that when he says stuff like that, it's like he wanted to make sure that he would put out stuff that would help others, even though he might be gone.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, I thought that was really interesting. Just that at least he had that awareness, where he could feel like he was helping people.
Yeah.
When he
For
passed.
sure.
So that part's cool. It seemed kind of like whatever, like it happened, because it seemed like he was in London probably when he wrote this, and it seems there's some stuff that's kind of specific, and
Yeah.
but then realizing that hopefully I know I'm here to save you. Like it's a cocky line in a way.
It is,
I mean,
in
it's
a
very
sense.
but hey, let's raise our hands and sing and dance. It's just we're gonna get through it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that part is kind of, it's very nice. I mean, it's cocky, like I said, but like, I know my lyrics saved you. I know I helped you break through. But I mean, I'm sure he's got a lot of fan mail and stuff like that, or people who saw him and talked to him on the street and probably told him these things. So I know he, it's not just like, oh, he's cocky. Like, I'm sure he probably literally heard from many people telling him, you saved me,
Yeah, he's definitely one of those artists like X, where like, because they're so emotional, I think their fan base is very emotional, and like there's so many clips of like their audience is not, it's not quite the same as just any audience, even for people like J. Cole who are very honest. It's like their audience is very different. It's very young. A lot of people are just crying already. It's just very, like, I definitely agree. It's very obvious that like they're there because the music is helping them.
Right. Yeah. No, it totally makes sense, and yeah, I'm sure he definitely got that kind of feedback, and just I think that's always such a great thing to be vulnerable and put it out there, like, hey, this is what I'm going through, and at least at that point, I've gotten through it. I'm working on it. I got my demons, but I'm working on it. You can do it too. I mean, it sucks that he died, but I mean, at least there's the idea of like, we can do this
and still keep going. Like he never gave up.
Right? Yeah. I mean, he can,
he getting close and wondering, but he never was just like, I'm gonna just stop.
Yeah, it was never like, screw it, I'm just gonna kill myself or whatever. Like he didn't mean to die, and he was trying to stay positive and be
kept fighting.
Yeah, exactly, and to help others to also get through it. So, that's very admirable. So yeah, that outro was very wild to hear that.
The song and the outro. That's what, to me. I mean, it's a perfect outro for it, but it's just sort of crazy. Like I think as a fan, especially like I remember when I first heard it, and I was younger, and I was just like, wow, like it really feels like he's speaking to me and to everybody. I'd be like, you'll be all right. We're all gonna be all right, and then be like, especially the heaven part, like I'm happy, I'm chilling. It's such a crazy thing to hear.
And like 999 forever. And
like that's his final, which is cool to have his thing finally, like as the final piece.
That's it was really interesting. I mean, nice. And and I just loved his fans.
Yeah, I really love his fans. Yeah.
So that's cool. No, that's really powerful. It's a powerful way to end the album.
It is one of the probably the craziest ending to like an artist I've really ever seen, because I'm sure part of it is he was aware that it could happen, and that's why he said these types of things, but it is a crazy sort of coincidence that he happened to sort of prepare for it, and almost like he prepared to give comfort to his fans just in case.
Yeah, that's wild. No, that's a great ending to the album, to the life, and in a sense,
very fitting for The Legends Never Die.
Right, good title for the album. So that's powerful stuff. Very
crazy album,
very impressive, very powerful. That's great, really good album. That's really just strong, man.
It's one of those. It's very sad. There's a lot of sad stuff about it, but it is very much like trying to help everybody get through their things. There's lots of hope.
Yeah, there's a lot of hope in this one, more than the other one.
More than the other one,
and especially with his relationship, and being in love and trying to do better in that as well, and and let bygones be bygones for the prior relationships, and a lot of growth in in this thing.
A lot of growth, and musically too. That's why it was so unfortunate. Just like X cut short, because you could see him with the Marshmallow and with Halsey, like Polo G and stuff. You could see him venturing into other areas of music that he wasn't doing before.
Oh, but I read on this that they had put the music on like afterwards, like.
I know with Marshmallow he was working with him.
Yeah, I know stuff. Some of the people he had worked with and he was planning to work with. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know which ones.
Yeah, exactly how.
Because exactly, it was released after he died, so it's like I'm sure he did the verses, or he did some of it, but we don't know what they chose to do after.
Yeah, he had it all. Like, everything was written out. All the songs were written, and he'd already recorded them.
Exactly.
So, but exactly. How much did they add and all that stuff? I don't know. So.
Yeah, but it would have been cool to see him continue working.
It definitely would have, because I mean, he was his trajectory was perfect. It was great. Like
it was really hot. Yeah.
I mean, career-wise, musically, rapping, and just emotionally and maturity. Like he was getting to something
really
that would have been better. For him, it seems like. So.
Yeah, when you got people like Eminem, sort of saying like he was going to be the next big thing. It's pretty major.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it was. I mean, like that, as Eminem was talking about, and you had played for me years back, that
the freestyle
of Westwood One or whatever it was called, like
rapping over the Eminem beats
for like an hour straight. Just
and it is like wow,
it is really impressive.
It's
really impressive stuff.
Yeah.
So that is pretty wild. So that is a great loss.
Yeah. But you guys let us know what you thought about the album, what you thought about the video.
Yeah, please do.
Give us your thoughts on it. I know a lot of y'all will probably, like me, probably heard it years ago when it came out. Big fans of Juice. Always looking for people to react to it, so let us know what your thoughts on it are.
Yeah, please do. And if we missed anything, whatever, let us know in the comments, or and if you liked it, help us out. If you give it a like and or subscribe, we certainly would appreciate it, as always.
Yeah, and check out, we did his first album, Goodbye and Good Riddance. And of course, I personally think it's very similar. So if you want to check out, we did X's albums. And
true. And we did the one Juice WRLD music video.
And the music video.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so check those out.
But yeah, X is, I would say definitely check out the XXX Tentacion videos. Those are great albums as well. Question Mark and 17. Particularly 17. I loved that one.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
I liked Question Mark too, but I really loved 17.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, so please check them out. And thank you for watching.
See you guys next time.
Take care.